It's the people that they are pushing out with the stadium. It's the people that will have their rents raised because the stadium will definitely raise the cost of living in the area.
After looking at a lot of stadiums, a lot of them are very, how do I put it, near cities, very, like we said, like commercial, very around like parking lots, shops. What do you think would it be to move stadiums more, make them more suburban, more nature around it? Grass, trees,
Yeah, I think it's a good question. It's a challenging one because the thing that comes to the stadium is probably the hardest thing to deal with. The structure in the stadium are fairly easy. A field is pretty easy to design because they're all pretty standard in size, so there's not a lot of design there. It's the transportation and infrastructure, and that's the biggest challenge. If you're in an environment where you've got great public transit and you can get people in and out, that's awesome. Your roads have to support it. It's called the fried egg scheme is what you see with a lot of stadiums. You've got the soccer stadium in the middle, and then you've got a parking lot all around it, right? You got the yoke as a stadium, and the parking lot is just this big C. And that's what everybody tried to get away with the old school office buildings too. You can embed the parking under the structure below grade. You can help to keep the grass around it, but you need to have the ability to get people in and out. And there is a lot of equity in keeping stadiums downtown because it's centrally located. So everyone has the ability to get there. If somebody doesn't have a car, you still got to find a way to make it equitable so someone can get to the stadium.
I don't know if you know, but I think it's around somewhere in China. It might be, I'm not exactly sure, but you know how they have a lot of transportation, like trains, and that are real cheap to take, and they're actually pretty fast. I think they're called bullet trains. What would you think about if they implemented like a fairly cheap train, like transportation that could lead to a stadium being more suburban and not centralized in like a city as a way of transportation?
That's a great solution. And I think that's what most jurisdictions are really trying to come up with now is how to implement light rail or electric rail systems and build those and overlay those over their existing infrastructure to connect not only what your idea of stadiums but to connect these like big city to big city that are local, like the Raleigh-Durham, the Triangle area. They're doing the same thing there. So I think it's a good idea.